is Friday, and it is time for another Free and Clear Fridays with me, Dr. Sarah. So welcome. I'm so grateful to be here, to be joining you. Wow, how does it get any better than this? And how does it get any more potent than this week with so much going on in the world, right? So much is happening. So much is unfolding. A lot of it, I'm just going to say it's out of our control. But really, control is outside of us. And that's something we can actually explore a little bit of. But when we're in a space of this out of control energy and things going on around us, it's so important to get clear on what that is, as well as what choices we have available. So why not jump right into it? So everything that brings up, let's destroy and uncreate it all. Right and wrong, good and bad, POD and POC, all nine shorts, boys and beyond. So the clearing statement can be found on my website. It's the clearing statement from Access Consciousness. It's amazing. It helps us clear any limiting thoughts, feelings, and emotions. I will include the link to it in the comments and the IGTV version of this live. So yes. It's so nice to meet you too. Everyone that's joining here, new, those of you that have been joining me for a while here, how does it, again, get any better than this? Now, this show, we like to look at what's been going on for you this week. Wow. In a personal space of you, in the world, what are you noticing? What comes to your awareness in this very moment? Is it something heavy? Is there something light that you're acknowledging? Well, everywhere there's been something heavy, something that's been limiting, something that's been out of your control. Let's destroy and uncreate all that now, please. Right and wrong, good and bad, POD and POC, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. And as I was about to go live on this, I'm just aware of all of the density, the insanity going on in the world with everything. You know what that is. And I'm not even going to say it because you have your own awareness and your own knowing. And as you know, with me, I show up very much being whatever is going on for you is for you, without taking a point of view, without judgment. So anything you're aware of that's going on in the world, everywhere that's heavy for you, let's destroy and uncreate all now, please. Right, wrong, good and bad, POD and POC, all nine shorts, boys and beyond. So what we're looking to do is get clear of anything that's limiting, anything that's heavy. Our mind stores so much content, so much feelings, so many thoughts. Our mind tries to work with all that stuff, and it really does not do a good job. So we are looking to clear the mind. We're looking to clear the gamma area of the brain where we overstimulate. So this POD and POC and all the tools that we play with here, that most all come from the Access Consciousness systematic approach that I just love, really allows us to free up that space to have more room from which then we can be in a place of question and get to our choices and get to what else is possible. But a lot of times our minds and the things we're picking up on in the world want to block us from being able to access that or get clear on what it is that we would like to choose. So anything that's blocking you from even receiving what I have to say, because, that can happen too. Let's destroy and uncreate all that now, please. Right and wrong, good and bad, POD and POC, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. A lot of times, you've heard me say this numerous times on the show, we are picking up on other people's thoughts, feelings, emotions. We're picking up on earth energy a lot. In fact, 98%, if not more, of our thoughts, feelings, and emotions do not belong to us. So that brings us to, I guess we could call the topic of the week. I did a video on this earlier in the week, and it was on the idea of mediocre and that space of being mediocre. Now, I happen to live in the Midwest, and I have to say the Midwest can be very mediocre. Like, yeah, I'm gonna settle for this. Like, the bare minimum is enough. You know, mediocre can just kind of be middle of the stream, safe and comfortable, and just content with things being the way they are without necessarily doing anything about it or choosing something else or just fitting in with the herd. Does this all sound familiar to you? Okay, so everywhere you've been stuck in mediocre. Let's clear that now. Right and wrong, good and bad, pon pock, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. Gosh, you know, even when I was saying it, it's like I want to fall asleep. And wow, it's not how I function. I'm not sure if it's how you function. I have a sense not so much. You may have bought it as yours and it's not even yours. So everywhere you've been picking up on other people's mediocre, and now you're thinking it's yours, that you're living a mediocre life. Let's destroy and uncreate all that. Right and wrong, good and bad, pon pock, all nine shorts, boys and beyond. So what would it be like to clear that and be in a space of creation and get clear on, okay, what will it take to outcreate being mediocre? Well, probably not much. Because it's just so mundane. Anything could be better than that. So everywhere you've settled on being mediocre, aiming to be normal, how much of that is weighing you down and keeping you limited when it's not likely even yours? So let's destroy and create all that now, please. Right and wrong, good and bad, pon pock, all nine shorts, boys and beyond. So what are some ways to not be mediocre? What are some ways to keep things moving, keep things being, keep things alive and creative? So anywhere you have not allowed yourself to be in that space, anything but mediocre, will you destroy and uncreate all that now, please? Yeah, wow. Right, wrong, good and bad, pon pock, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. You know, when you're raised around other beings who live more of a mediocre life, you know, the couple things could happen. You know, if it's not yours, you could become depressed. You know, you could become like just this mundane energy and just blah. So everywhere you were just, gosh, mirroring or being that, and it's not how you function, will you destroy and uncreate all that now, please? Right and wrong, good and bad, pon pock, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. Whew, does that have a lot of charge to it? And what would it be like if you no longer had to be that? No longer had to be mediocre. Mundane, mediocre, middle stream, middle ground, all in the middle, content, medium. Yeah, so everything that is. Wow. Let's destroy and uncreate all that now, please. Wow. Again, wow, wow, wow. Right, wrong, good, bad, pop, all nine shorts, boys and beyond. So, what you may notice, and for those of you who are not living a mediocre life, yay, hello. How's it getting better than that? What else is possible? What would it be like to know and be what that is? And it may be about turning the energy up rather than turning down. You know, we tend to turn down, move down. Everything is down. We need to ground. And you notice how heavy that is? And everywhere you've been taught to do that, when you're meant to turn it up, be out and expansive and in the space of the energy that you be. And a lot of times we energy beings require turning it up in order to relax in and to create greater, rather than turn our lamp down, turn our light down, and become more of the norm of the mediocre Midwest. So everything that is, let's destroy and uncreate it all now, please. Right or wrong, good or bad, pon poc, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. Whew. Wow, so what are you noticing with that? I'm noticing we're freeing up some of this energy. And, just in terms of the time of year we're in, with it being, right now I'm looking out my window, which I have windows on this side of my office, and at home office, by the way. It's snowing. So there's almost like a density to the earth energy, which is really cool when you're in the lightness of the density of earth energy. But sometimes if you're in other people's energy of density, that, the snow and being stuck inside can be, weigh a little heavy. So everywhere it's been weighing you down, let's destroy and uncreate all that. Right and wrong, good and bad, pon poc, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. And what else has been weighing you down this week? The war? The market? Those two words don't bring up any energy at all, do they? All right, well, let's clear all that. So everything that's heavy about that for you, let's destroy and uncreate it all. Right, wrong, good and bad, pon poc, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. And what would it be like to acknowledge what is right about this we're not getting? What is right about this we're not getting? So let's destroy and uncreate all of that. Right and wrong, good and bad, pon poc, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. And I often say this when we're in the heat of something very challenging, in the heat of the moment of negativity going on around us. If we can get to the point where we're able to acknowledge something about it that it is creating, some of this could still be part of the change we've been asking for. We just never know how it's going to show up. And we don't really know in the moment of the crises, of all of the energy, so to speak, coming in. We don't know exactly what it's creating at the time, but it's bound to create something and to shift. So anywhere we haven't been willing and open to receiving that, let's destroy and uncreate it all now, please. Right and wrong, good and bad, pon poc, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. And let's bring it home to everywhere you've been at war with, let's say, someone in your life, someone more immediate. Maybe it's a relationship. Maybe it's a war in, with your job, or a war with money. Any resistance, anything we're fighting for or against something, everything that is, whatever that is for you, let's destroy and uncreate it all now, please. Right and wrong, good and bad, pon poc, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. There's that saying, you have to love yourself before you love someone else. Some people believe in that kind of point of view, and there's probably some elements of truth to it. And in this case, if you're at war with something within your relationship with something immediate to you, or even in the war of you, it does impact not only you and others, but also the larger picture of the war in the world and where war goes on. So let's clear all of the energy of where you're at war with yourself. So let's bring that up. So where are you at war with yourself? Is it emotional? Is it a point of view you have about you? Is it something with your body? Anywhere you're in war with you, for or against something, destroy and uncreate all that. Right or wrong, good or bad, pon poc, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. And let's go again to anywhere you are at war with someone in your life. Let's destroy and uncreate all that now, please. Right and wrong, good and bad, pon poc, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. So now everywhere you're at war with your job, destroy and uncreate it all. Right and wrong, good and bad, pon poc, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. And everywhere you're picking up on the war in the world, let's destroy and uncreate all that. Right and wrong, good and bad, pon poc, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. So every time we do these clearings, it's not just a clearing. It is actually freeing things up on a level beyond what we can even comprehend. every time we use it, it contributes to things beyond, on the other side of the planet. It can contribute to the universe. It contributes on so many levels because it's energy. We're clearing heavy density energy that shows up in order for us to be freed up and to have more space of being that contributes to everything. So that's what's amazing about this. This is what's so beautiful about us coming together and doing these clearings. We're contributing to everything by doing this together. So I want to thank you again for being a part of it with me. We still have a little time left here. But I just want to acknowledge this as we continue to go along, that this is not just like willy-nilly kind of like, it's lighter. No, this is like creating change in the world. And beyond. So anything and everything that has not allowed you to know that, be that, perceive that, and receive that, destroy and uncreate it all. Right, wrong, good and bad, POD, POC, all nine shorts, boys and beyond. So I wonder what else is possible now. What else is possible? And what are you aware of now? Is there anything else lingering? So whatever that is, whatever's heavy about that, let's destroy and uncreate it all now, please. Yep, thank you. Right and wrong, good and bad, POD, POC, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. And what energy, space, consciousness, choice, magic, miracles, mysteries, possibilities can you and your body be to be in the space of awareness, knowing, perceiving, receiving, a space of peace, of awareness, and peace around us with total ease for all eternity. Anything that will allow that, let's destroy and uncreate it all. Right and wrong, good and bad, POD, POC, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. Wow. Amazing. I'm noticing a shift. Are you? What are you aware of? Those of you present right in this moment, those seeing this in the future. If you're listening to this for a second time, which I highly recommend, maybe even a third time, because every time we clear something, every time we go through it, it's never the same again. So you could listen to this live again on IGTV and be like, was that even the same show? Yeah, it was. And it changes every time you actually listen to it, because your thoughts and feelings and emotions are shifting and changing, clearing in a way, and your presence of being is different every time that we clear things and or you revisit the episode. So you can go back and even watch past episodes of this and receive something totally new from it. And that's what I'm so grateful about these tools. They are constantly providing ways to be more of our space of being, like we can access it more all the time. So anywhere you've been stuck in, I'm going to circle back around to mediocre. Will you destroy and uncreate all that now, please? Right or wrong, good and bad, POD, POC, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. Thank you for acknowledging that. Someone wrote, shift true. Yes, it is shifting. Thank you for that. And wow. This is so fascinating. I wish you could see this, but outside my window, I'm not kidding you, the snowflakes are like floating in the air. Like there's just some that are just like, kind of like the Matrix energy. How do we get to be so lucky with that? But if we're willing to be in that space and see things from a different point of view and give ourselves interesting point of view as we see things, you never know how it's going to show up. You never know what can come through. And if you're open to receiving that, you will be able to change it for you and those around you just by being that, just by perceiving that. Even if you have no idea what I'm talking about, and I can even sense as I'm talking this, it's very curious. It's just kind of flowing. There's a sense of a vortexing happening. There's shifting and changing, continuing. So now it just starts having more space around the molecules, like the snowflakes. There's more space around it. So it's just kind of like, ooh, snowflake. So anything that will allow you to have more space, from which then you can go faster, right? Let's destroy and uncreate it all. Right and wrong, good and bad, POD, POC, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. So when we have more space and more ease, we can go faster in terms of our choices and possibilities. Whereas, our mind thinks we're going places when we're doing, thinking so much and the anxiety's running, and really it does this and we get nowhere. So when we shift that and we get everything moving more expansive, then we have more space from which to go faster with, where it looks like it's going slower, but it's actually faster. It's actually the opposite of what it appears to be. So anywhere you haven't been willing to know, be, and perceive that, just try and create it all. It's not mediocre, that's for sure. Right, wrong, good and bad, pon, poc, all 9 shorts, boys and beyonds. So what else is possible, amazing beings? I wonder. And as we're getting closer to time here, I wonder what you can be. No, I'm not kidding you. I'm now seeing a deer walking across the land along with the snowflakes. So you never know what's going to show up. And what if you can be in that space for you of being open to the possibilities and the magic and miracles you truly be with total ease. So anything that will allow that, let's destroy and uncreate it all. Right and wrong, good and bad, pon poc, all 9 shorts, boys and beyonds. Oh, I love it. Someone wrote, all I can do is smile. Well, you know what? That can change things too. A smile that lightens things up. A smile can change your own reality and other people's reality. So thank you for sharing that. That's so awesome. And I wonder what ease, joy, and glory, or abundance and exuberance for living can you be this week in the midst of all of the heavy things going on in the world and all the mediocre and all the rest. We destroyed and prayed all that. Right and wrong, good and bad, pon poc, all 9 shorts, boys and beyonds. And I wonder, truly, what else is possible now? All right, amazing beings, have an amazing week. Knowing I have your back always. You can always rely on that, always count on that. And I wonder, what would it be like to just be in the awareness and the choice for you. And we'll see each other again next week, where we will be taking problems and turning them into possibilities. All right, take care for now.